Today is September the 7th, and we're going to interview Esther Musil. These are a couple photos here of her during World War II in the Medical Corps, and she'll explain more as we have the interview. And she served her country well.
House you lived in, yeah, okay, before you came out here, where you lived, in that little house. And the house was littler when you were born in it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You were instrumental in making it larger. You want to tell them?
Oh, well, yes, I know. She's a lady architect in Tulsa.
And she drew the plans for you,
Yeah.
and that was great. You went to college where?
Kansas State. Only it wasn't called Kansas State University, it was, what was it?
I don't know. I thought it was always K-State.
No. Because, I see.
Well, that's all right. If you don't remember what it was, that's all right. But it's interesting to know it wasn't always K-State.
It wasn't Kansas State, it was,
Well, that's,
I don't know.
if you think of it later, tell us. It doesn't make any difference on here. Do you know where your people, your parents weren't born here, were they? They came in from somewhere else? You don't remember that, that's okay.
No, I don't know who was born here and who wasn't right now.
And you had all brothers, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
How many brothers did you have?
3.
3? I knew you had all brothers because you told me that before.
But what were their names?
Elmer, Theodore, and Charles.
Oh, okay.
And you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did they have a country school, or did you always go to school in town?
Mostly in the country.
You don't remember the name of this country school?
Oh yeah, Fawn Creek.
Fawn Creek. All right. Did you go into or into the military right after college, or?
No. No. Well, see, I'd have to really think about
Well,
that.
you don't have to tell me what year. That's all right. But was the war going quite a while before you joined the military?
Well, I don't know quite a while what that means.
Well, more than a year or two.
I guess, I don't know.
And did you go in by yourself, or did you have a friend go in with you?
No, just by myself.
That took a lot of nerve. I think it's interesting to note that you were one of the first dietitians into the military, weren't you? You were
I don't
something
know.
new. It was something new. They didn't have dietitians before World War
Not
II.
like nurses.
Huh?
Not like nurses.
No, that nurses had been in there for a long time, but they didn't have dietitians. And I think that your being a dietitian is really very important there, because it made not only the military think of how important our food was.
Well, this was just in the hospital.
Yeah, but it also brought it in you just worked out of the hospital mostly then. Did you always work in Oklahoma? Did you go some other places?
Oh, I think it was mostly.
Mostly in Oklahoma. Okay, let's keep going.
Was that the Medical Corps?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Now, I saw those pictures. Those are a handsome young lady there.
Oh,
Yeah. Laura was very instrumental in bringing a couple out,
oh well.
I guess. Which
Yeah.
one do you like the best?
I just don't want any.
I know.
I guess
You
I
like
would.
that one the best, okay. They're very pretty. You're still pretty, but
Oh,
you
no.
were a beautiful young lady. And, well, let's see what else. Oh, I know what you worked at as a dietitian. You worked mostly for what area?
Topeka.
Topeka? You worked in the dairy part of it? No? You done a lot of educational parts though. You taught kids in school about, you had
Oh, well, that was when I was with the Dairy Council, yeah.
that, I know you done a lot of that because you showed me all of your things you had at home.
I just don't,
No,
I just don't,
but see, people that go into dietitian now, and I had a granddaughter go through there, have no idea how different it was back when you went to school. And so you had slides that you showed kids. Did you go to the schools to do that?
I guess. I don't know, that was just so long ago.
But you worked for the diet, most of your work was done in dietitian work.
Yeah.
Did you teach the children what was healthy and what wasn't?
Well,
And
not to
She had
directly.
they were like, she had a name for them, but they were like cardboards that showed the healthy things and the not and how much they should, the
Oh, well,
milk and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. What did you call them?
Comparison cards.
oh,
Okay, great big ones. I think kids need them today to, Esther, I think
They
they
sure
need
do.
them real bad. And your hobby was collecting.
I don't
They have not seen them, but at your house, what do you have in that glass cupboard?
Oh, well, those ceramic cows.
She has a
Ceramic
lot of
cows.
cows. She has these
Haven't
up
you
here
been
is all
there?
that she
we were
brought.
there. Oh, that's right. Your ceramic cow. Oh,
Yeah.
those are really neat.
There's
She
some
had
in
a
there.
cupboard clear
There's
full.
some in here.
Yeah, you brought a few out with you. You couldn't bring them all. But they're really unique, a lot of them. And she liked chickens too. She brought one chicken. And you collected a lot of antiques too,
Yeah,
didn't
well,
you?
those are antiques.
Yeah, they're antiques too.
Except that one cow.
Did you ever go out and work with your brothers on the farm when you were
Oh,
growing up?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was outdoors a lot, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
good. Do you know how to milk a cow? I'm sure. Oh, you don't.
Because I have the brothers.
Had enough brothers
Well,
to do
okay,
it.
that
She
was a
didn't
boy's
have to. But you did haul grain, didn't you?
Oh, sure.
She run the grain trucks for him. And she enjoys going out and watching them now when they take time to
Oh.
bring her out yet, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Through
Yeah.
harvest.
And they're out cutting corn right now.
Outside of the corner.
They're out cutting corn. They're
Yeah.
harvesting the corn the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're finished
Oh, they're finished now?
Mhm.
All right.
Now,
on the corn, as far as I know. I don't get out there much.
Yeah, sure.
the railroad track ran right close to you, didn't it?
Oh, sure.
There were how many tracks? Can you remember? There were 2. Because she's got a picture in her house of trains going both ways.
I don't know about that.
Oh, my goodness. I've always wanted to live near a train track. Yeah, we're
Do you
right.
remember that?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Well, it's a picture you had on the wall at home that I saw. You didn't always just have cattle either. They had sheep, didn't they?
Yes, sure.
And
But that was just
a
farming.
long time ago. Yeah, that was just farming. They had more than just one thing.
Mhm.
And
But what does that have to?
that has to do with the way people were raised.
Mhm.
Today they specialize. It's either sheep or it's cattle
Mhm.
or something else, and they don't have a variety like they had when you grew up. I'm trying to think of other things that you told me about.
Why did I tell you about?
Oh, because we enjoyed visiting about them.
Yeah, I'm just visiting, but.
Well, that's what we're doing now.
Well,
Just
I don't know.
visiting about things you remember.
Now, you've done a lot of work with the Chamber of Commerce in this town.
Oh, I don't know. Sure, I always attended.
Yeah, and you were one of the first people that we talked to in town, and you invited us to chamber meetings. And,
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
and you always used to call us. and remind us. And
Well, that was just stuff that you just do.
Well, sure, because you're part of the community.
Oh, well, not anymore. I don't think.
Oh, you
She
so are.
belonged to the Historical Society and the Alcove Springs group and the
You're
railroad.
standing up, huh? There's a chair here.
Well, you know, what I'm doing, Esther, is watching you on
Oh,
the,
no.
oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, and this is, see, everybody can't come into your room to share, so this is just to other people to share with them, and it's things that we didn't know about.
Well, I'm just not,
And she came out every week and read the paper to the residents
I-
for years.
Yes, every
I
week
know the
for,
other day someone mentioned it, our care.
Yeah, every week. That's really commitment.
And-
And another thing, you came out quite often for reminisce.
Oh, yeah.
She held the you know, there's somebody in the community who
Those
goes
aren't
in and
anything-
helps them remember things.
There's nothing special about all that. I just,
There is, a lot of people don't get that involved in their community,
Well-
Esther. You have been a real stable source in this community.
oh, I don't know.
Yes, you have.
I,
And
I,
you're proud of your group. You're proud of your town and where you came from.
Oh, sure.
And that's why we're doing this, so people can see the
Mhm.
pride that you had in what you done.
I've been here when you've been reading the paper
Yeah.
to the people here, and a lot of them can't read, so I mean, the only news they had is what you read to them.
Oh,
And it was good because I'm sure they recognized names in the local paper.
I don't know.
They were all there listening, so I'm sure they enjoyed it.
Sure. Yeah, some have commented to me that they did enjoy that.
But there's nothing special about any of that. You know, I
Well,
just go-
it's not necessarily that it's special, Esther. Everybody is special in their own way. And we're not trying to make it sound like you're special. We're trying to make it sound like this is a lady that grew up in a small community and had an effect on that community and even had an effect on the nation by being in the military.
Oh, well.
You were there all through, well, from the time you went in till World War II was over, weren't you?
I guess. I don't know.
Did
That
you
was a long time
work
ago.
over the kitchens? Did you make menus out? What did you basically do
Oh, yeah, worked on it.
on the menus?
Well, you worked with the existing people.
Mm-hmm. That
They
they
were-
had hired to do the actual cooking, but you made sure they
Yeah.
cooked healthy food.
Well, sort of.
Tried to anyway, huh?
Yeah. Well, I just don't think any of that's.
What were some of the games you played growing up as children at home?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Hide and seek?
Oh, sure. You know, at school,
Uh-huh.
different games.
Yeah. Did you ever have a favorite teacher?
Oh, not so much.
Not so much.
There's some I remember.
Uh-huh. Now, which high school did you go to?
Blue Rapids.
Blue Rapids High School. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And then they combined the schools and made one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a lot of opposition to that because
Well, I
each?
think I wasn't around. I don't know.
Oh,
She
okay.
was in Oklahoma.
Oh, you were in Oklahoma. Okay.
I think that's where I was.
Uh-huh.
She took care of her mother long distance when she was needed care. You came up and saw her when
Oh,
you
yeah.
had her in here all the time.
So,
So
much ado about nothing here.
one life lived is not nothing. And that's not proper either.
No, I've enjoyed this.
I have. And I know there's a lot of people that would like to visit with you. John Mark said he would just love to sit and visit with you about this kind of stuff.
Well,
So,
That's so, I would enjoy it too.
well, we'll just tell him and he can come over and visit with you because he's interested in history
Mhm.
of this area.